Peace, King. How you feeling? Can you hear me? Can you see me?
I can see you. I can hear you now. How y'all doing, man?
Man, all is well, man. I want to thank you, man. It's truly an honor, man. I done grew up on your music, man. Y'all done made so many hits. I just want
Thank
to
you, sir.
come on the show.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Yes, indeed, man. I stole my son's mamba candy from me.
Oh,
From
what you
him.
got to
I'm about to
choose?
munch a little bit too.
Right, right. That's how it be. Let's see.
So
But I ain't
yeah,
gonna
man,
hold
it's an
you up.
honor and a pleasure to talk to you guys, man. Thank you for your time.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Likewise, man. I'm gonna get right into it. Some of the viewers they may not recognize you. Let them know who you are and definitely where you from.
Okay, my name is Rico from Sons of Funk, and we the guys that brought you. I got the hookup. And pushing inside you. And shit, let's see, the list can go on forever. I miss my homies. We produced so many other songs, that was on No Limit. Like I used to just give Pete batches of 30 songs, and he would just pick through them. A lot of times my name wouldn't even be on the songs, but I just help out, man. We was a team.
Wow, man, that's phenomenal. So, were you guys writing, singing, and producing?
Writing, sing. We actually, what people don't know what is that Sons of Funk, we were part of Beats by the Pound. I mean, the minute we signed, we was Beats by the Pound. You know, 'Cause, when we first signed, the day we came to Louisiana, I met Moby Dick, and he was like, "Hey, hold up, y'all play right?" And I was like, "Yeah, we play right the whole wop." You're like, "Shit, y'all beats, y'all members of Beats by the Pound," and it happened just like that. Yeah.
Wow,
So
wow, that's
cool.
amazing, man. I mean, Beats by the Pound made some of the greatest beats in world history. So you a legend in three different departments. Not a lot of people can say that. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed, man. We actually were in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most records sold by independently black-owned record company.
Wow,
So
that's
yeah,
phenomenal. Wow, big shout
yeah,
outs to
that
Beats
was
by the Pound. That was the backbone of the tank. But now you from Cali, right?
I'm from Richmond, California, man. That's where I met Master P at a barbershop called Mark's Barbershop. And my homeboy Alamo, he used to cut hair. Every day I would go, after I get off work or whatever, if I had some free time, I'd go and hang out at the barbershop like what the homies do, laugh and joke and, just hang out. And so I came in this one day. It was kind of actually, it might have been around like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. And um, I look on his mantle. He got this picture of these tall ass dudes with these gold teeth. So I asked my boy, I said, "Say, bro, when basketball players start having goals in their mouth?" And he's like, "Man, that ain't no basketball. That's Master P. They from the Calio, from New Orleans, and they rap." Man, about 5, 10 minutes later, him, C, Silk, Serve, Big Ed, um, it was a few other cats all walked in. And like I said, what people don't know is Master P really could be a comedian, man. The minute he walked in, he was driving everybody. And so he had just happened to catch my show. I was in another group at the time, and he had caught our show in Sacramento at the Black Family Day. And we had them going crazy. That was our specialty. We had the girls going nuts. And then he was like, "Hey man, listen." So he after he finished driving all the barbers or whatever, he came sat by me, say, "Bro, you sing, right?" I was like, "Yeah, man, you rap." He said, "Yeah." He said, "Man, listen, if ever I make it, I'll help you. And if ever you make it, will you help me?" I was like, "Man, hell yeah, man." I was broken and glass on the concrete. I had nothing to lose. You feel me? So, so I kept seeing P around Richmond, man, and uh, then come to find out we lived in the same apartment complex. Then he had a duck off by my partner's sister house. And then Sonia C lived right across the hall from my best friend Eric's girlfriend. So it was like I would see P all day. The minute I got out of work, I knew I was gonna see P. If I was just hanging out, I was gonna see P. So he was doing his thing. Then he started No Limit Records, the actual record when he sold records. Now he wasn't no record company. And then finally, he did his thing and he got this deal. We keep in mind we from Cali, right? So we had not known how big P had actually got. This dude was bigger than Michael Jackson. You feel me? And um, so we had went to L.A. Long story short, man, I seen P. I gave him Pushing Inside You, man, and about man took him all but 2 seconds. He gave us a record deal, $100,000, and I ain't never looked back, man. I was like, what? And then so as soon as we finished the album, um, he had the limo come get us, and then we went down to the back to the record company Priority. And he was like, well, what kind of cars y'all want? I was like, shit, we want bubble eye business, bruh. Let's go. He said, all right, I'm gonna take y'all to the Beverly Hills Benz shop and get y'all all brand new Benzes. But y'all can't go back home to Richmond. One of our members, man, as soon as we signed with No Limit, he just got the wilding. His name was Rick. Rest his soul. So with all that money, man, people get envious and jealous. And Rick was I don't know, he had a bipolar situation going on like Tupac. One minute he was a saint, next minute he was straight devil. So he was doing a lot of weird stuff, like not so much weird, but he was pimping and had a bunch of women pregnant and about 5 different women pregnant. And he was he was overboard, right? And so he got into a confrontation with some guys from Richmond, and they took his life, and so but what we did, people was like, look, y'all can't go back to Richmond. You can never move back to Richmond. If you do, y'all gonna meet your demise the way your boy did, because this is too much for people out there. The only people gonna understand y'all is people right here in Beverly Hills, Sherman Oaks or whatever. But you can't go back there. And so he was right, man. So so soon as we finished the album, we all bought brand new Benzes. We got brand new houses. And keep in mind, P was not like Suge Knight or Puffy, whatever. All this was in our names. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you your own man. I don't need to babysit your house. I don't need to own your car. I got plenty of cars. I got plenty of houses. This yours. And man, I never looked back, bruh. It's been a success ever since.
Wow, wow, that's amazing, man. Big shout out to P. Big shout out to Richmond. Big Ed, rest in peace. Man.
Indeed, man. Indeed.
I wanted to touch on something. Now, you grew up in the Bay Area. Who were some of your influences? Because that's like a hot
High
spot for some
five,
creative
man.
artists. Lenny Williams, In Vogue, Tony Tone, Tupac, even Master P. Beats by the pound. You know what I'm saying?
You touched on a bunch of people I know. Tupac, my brother and Tupac was good friends. My brother lived up. Did you ever see the movie about Tupac? Remember the dude Tron they was talking about? That's my first cousin. The real guy is Antron Gregory, Gregory, and that's my first cousin. My brother and Pac was tight. Tony used to be our backup band. Remember that when I tell you Pete saw us in Sacramento? That's when Tony was our backup band. And In Vogue, Tommy and Denny. Let's see who else. Jay King. All them my homeboys. I know them personally. We all know each other well. Yeah. E40. Shit, he used to live around the corner from me. And when I lived in Lawler Ranch.
Mac Dre, rest in peace. Bay Area.
Mac Dre, man. Let's see who else. Mac Mall.
Yeah.
This can go on, man. We all, and it was just couple of studios. We always end up at the Grill Studio. We end up at Pajama Studio or Blind Joe's. Now, if you go to any three of them, you're gonna see somebody that's now famous. Like Frankie Beverly. He used to be at Blind Joe's studio, man. I knew him. You know what I mean? I know his his wife. She used to be a news anchor on Channel 4. And so, it's like we all know each other, man. The Bay Area is big, but it's also small when it comes to the music game.
That's
Me and
what's up.
Raphael Sadiq is like
Okay.
this.
Oh
And
yeah,
my
Zion.
boy,
Yeah.
you remember Mob Music with E40 of them? And
Yeah.
let's see, Sam Bostic, and it was Mike Mosley. Me and Sam go back to the 7th grade. We got our first record deal when we was 13 with Motown. So we like, what I'm saying, we've been doing this, man. We've been doing it for a long time. hmm I
Man,
mean,
let
but
me ask you.
not
Yeah.
just on those small level. We got our first record deal with Motown when we was 13. So we've been on a high level for years, man. God just blessed you because we came from the funk. You know what I'm saying? There was certain levels you had to be on if you wanted to make it in the music industry, especially coming from the Bay.
Wow, man, I wanted to ask you about that. You said you connected with Motown Records. That's like the epitome of black music. What was that experience like? Especially as you said 13?
Yeah, man. Let me tell you about that show. uh, what's it? What's it? Anthony Carmel. Okay, so I was 13 years old. The very first song I ever recorded, okay, I ever recorded, it was a Friday. We recorded in Berkeley, right? I lived in Richmond, so we caught the BART back home, get off, I wake up in the morning, I look out my window, it's this dude playing the guitar, right? Older cat. So I played the guitar. So I went over there and he was like, damn, bro, I said, let me play your guitar. He was like, all right. So I'm playing it. He was like, oh, you funky. You funky for a little dude. I said, hey, man, you want to hear my song? He said, you write songs too? I was like, yeah, man, I write. So I gave him a cassette, right? He popped the cassette in. He was like, this ain't you. Now, this guy's name is Anthony Carmichael. This dude, people lived in my neighborhood. Anthony Carmichael produced Lionel Richie. I had no idea who this dude I was talking to. He was just some cool dude playing the guitar, right? He was like, look, man, what I want you to do is go home. I'm gonna have Anna Gay Gordy, which is Barry Gordy's sister, Marvin Gaye's wife, call y'all and hook you up with Motown. And sure enough, man, I went home about 10 minutes later. It was Anna Gay Gordy on the phone. The next weekend, we was in Beverly Hills, man, on Outpost Drive. That day, I met Marvin Gaye. But I told him, this is what I said, Marv, it was a pleasure meeting you. However, man, I got to meet Mike, man. I'm a huge, huge Michael Jackson fan, right? Huge Prince fan. And oddly enough, I never met either one of them personally. Um, I met Michael Jackson's mom, and I just told her how wonderful I thought she was and how she raised her kids. Um, all my homeboys played with Prince. My boy Miko Weaver, he's like my mentor. Uh, he played with Prince, Raphael Sadiq, uh, uh, Tim, Christian. All of my homeboys played, but I never got a chance to meet them. You know, God rest both their souls.
Yeah, rest in peace to them
Mhm.
kings for sure. Especially Marvin, man. You got to meet him. Yeah, that's one of
I
my
met
favorites.
Marvin, man. I hear he was rolling too. I said, Marvin, I love you, man. But check it out. I got to. He was like, well, I'm sure you about to meet him, man. You guys are with Motown, and so I got a chance to meet some other cats like uh, who not what's the little light skinned dude's name? You get old, start
The
forgetting folks'
bar.
names. The Bars. I met Elder Bars, man. I had wrote this song called Breathe that was in the movie Last Dragon. So I'm really telling you how old I am, right? So,
That's
but I was
major.
young though. But now keep in mind, I was only like four. Now I'm about like 14, right? And so, Elder Bars taught me this cool little trick on how to write songs, and it speeds up the process like this. And so he taught me a lot, man. I learned a lot from etiquette. all that wonderful stuff like grooming your artists and stuff. That's Motown was still into that, and so I went through that whole little training process, and I give that to the guys in my group now. Well, like my son is the lead singer of Sons of Funk. I got another youngster, Troy, he's with us, and then another original member, Josh Chu, he's still with us. So man, so oh, we getting down like Bobby Brown and Chris Brown.
Wow,
Mhm.
that's phenomenal, man. Have you ever thought about like writing a book or something? Because not too many people say they could be with No Limit and Motown. That's a combination. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. What? Hey, that I thought about that. I was like, and just what you just said, I was like, I was with the biggest black record companies to ever exist. I was with both of them. You know what I mean? And I met Barry Gordy. I know Master P personally. You know what I mean? And and I learned a lot. And believe it or not, man, P has some little cool writing tricks too. I'm gonna tell you a trick a lot of people don't know he do. So P will write his rap, right? And for some odd reason, he would always write his second verse better than his first verse. So he would take the second verse and scratch the first verse and use the second one for the first. And then he'll come with something better than that one. Then he knew he had a hit record. That's how he did About It.
That's
Yes,
what's up.
indeed.
That's what's up. That's raw though. That's raw because you got more feel for the beat. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. Wow.
Mhm. Right, right. Indeed,
Hey,
man.
hey,
And
so I
man,
wanted to ask,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, no, go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, I wanted to ask you about making that transition, going from Cali to going to New Orleans and connecting with, the No Limit family. I wanted to ask you about working with certain artists. Mac just came home. Welcome home, Mac. Did you get a chance to record with Mac?
Before he went in, man, we did some stuff with Mac. He's a beautiful person, man. I want any and everybody who's watching this or who happens to watch this, Mac wouldn't hurt a fly. When I tell you that was a setup, and the only person they wanted to put in jail was P, because the only reason why I could move to the South and be comfortable is because I had already made a lot of money with Pete, and I didn't have to work with certain individuals who didn't like me because of the color of my skin. It is real. I don't care how much money you got; they still see you as that. You know what I mean? Um, uh, Mac never fired his gun. They didn't have any gun residue. He didn't do anything, but they made an example out of him. And they told him that's what they was finna do. We finna make a Xana. You finna lose your dang your whole life behind bars for something you never even did. Honestly, C never did it either. But what happened with C is he knows who did it, but he stuck to some kind of code. I don't know. I don't know, man. But now his whole life is still behind bars. But C knows exactly who did it, and but he won't say anything. And the person that I think who did it has expired. And C still hasn't said anything.
Hmm. Okay.
So if y'all can put
Man,
that,
free
yeah,
C
put that
though. C still working
together.
on it. He gonna make it back.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to come home, man. And he's a wonderful, wonderful guy too, man. Honestly, P and C are the same people, man. They act just alike. They think just alike. It's just that P dropped his rough edge and became a businessman, and C still kind of adopted it, which I don't know why he did because he was a multimillionaire. So, but some people can't let certain things go, which I would wish he would have. Now we're older. It's like, oh God, I could have stayed away from that. Which P, you will never see Master P in a party. You'll never see him hanging out like on the street corner. You won't see Master P doing nothing out of the ordinary. He'd be at home with his kids, training his kids, sons, basketball, or helping his daughters out or whatever. And God rest his daughter who just passed away. Um, Caesar P is a real strong family man and a very strong businessman. And that was just always who he was.
Yeah, most definitely. Condolences to the Miller family, man. Keep your
Mhm.
head up.
Right.
Um, I wanted to ask you. Now I didn't notice before you said something. You said you was y'all was singing on "Miss My Homies." Was you there for the studio session? Did you get to record and hang out with Pimp C or no?
Yeah, I was right there, man. I talked to Pimp C. He was a very nice guy, man. Pimp C was kind of quiet though, very quiet. And we had talk, you know what I'm saying. But for the most part, he just laid back, quiet. I don't know if he was high on weed. I don't smoke weed really, you know. So and them cats they was sipping and and weed. So he might have been whatever. But he was a very nice guy, man. And from when we did I Miss My Homies is right around the time my boy had got killed, right? That was in our group. And as soon as we finished recording, P told me, yo, bro, like come to my room. I need to hear what y'all been working on. So I gave him the CD, and the very first song was I got the hookup. Holla if you hear me. He was like, oh, bro, you didn't did it again. You didn't got another one. So that was the first single on about I'm about it. What was it? I got the hookup movie, and man, we never looked back after that. Man, it was just success after success after that.
Right, y'all had them hits, man. Cause I know I got hip to y'all on that the I'm About It movie when the pushing
Yeah,
inside of you, and then you say I got the hookup. Y'all was killing them soundtracks, man. The
we
title
was
thing.
hurting. We was hurting
Mhm.
them soundtracks. Yes, indeed. We got a stellar album now, man. It's called Heat 3000, and y'all go check that out. I'm telling you, man. Every song back to back is smoking. We got another about like 8 albums in the can right now. That each album is better than the next one.
Now, where can they check out the new joints at? Is they available?
If you're cheap and you ain't got no money, which I understand, shit, because I've been broke too. Go right to YouTube, pull up Sons of Funk Heat HEAT 3000, and let your ears be delighted. I mean, it's real good R&B, but it's new now. It's like a hybrid because my son he's kind of more on a Chris Brown. He has that cadence going on, and then I bring the real strong hooks, man, and the strong production is over with. We killing them, and
Okay,
we
yeah, I'm
just
gonna
did
have
a
to check that out for sure, for sure.
go check out our first show back too was in Miami, and you can go on I think it says Sons of Funk Florida show. You can go on YouTube and check that out, and you can see how we getting down, man. We heard them, and we in that show it has been even been updated, and that was just the other day. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Let me say, I wanted to ask you about one more artist, right quick. No Limit.
Oh, you
Did you
want
ever
to ask?
did you ever get a chance to work with Slim?
Oh, I knew you was gonna ask me. Man, Slim was he was a trip. Very first day I met Slim, we was in Los Angeles. I looked at him, I said, say boy, you a star. He busted out laughing. Yeah, so I got to work with Slim, recorded some stuff with him, man. Let me tell you a story about Slim. So Slim played basketball too, because Slim was about pea height, right? They're like 6'5", 6'6", whatever. And so around about 12 o'clock, Slim would get hungry and he'd be needing, his little weed or whatever. So he'll duck off, go put a ski mask on, and rob P and all of them. And they were like, Slim, we know this. No, it ain't me. And then they call this the Slim pocket over here. And this is where you keep your other money. And then there you go, man. They're going to do your thing. So he go take care of a little business, come back, and go hoop some more with them. Oh, they had me rolling when they used to tell me stories about Slim, and he wasn't denying it either. You know, them cats are some funny dudes, man.
Wow, wow, man. I just want to salute you, man, because you took me on the whole spectrum of music, going
Oh
from
yeah, man.
Motown to Bay to No Limit to Slim to
Yeah,
P to
yeah,
Marvin Gaye, bro. That's
yeah.
phenomenal.
And I've been blessed, man, because like now that you say it like that, I don't take it for granted, but it's like, dang, I really have. I was really with the greatest, the great. I was with Marvin. I was in the studio with El DeBarge, my homeboy Don Boyette. played bass for Michael Jackson. I'm telling you, I mean, these cats are phenomenal, man, that I know personally, you know what I mean? And they played with me on different projects, you know what I mean? My boy Sam Bostic, he produced E40, Tupac. I mean, it's shit, he did some stuff for P, you know. Um, I know a lot of people, man. What's the big tycoon that does he has insurance, but he also has stock. White guy. What's his name? You know when you get old. What's that guy?
Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett. I met him when I was 19. I didn't know who he was. I had the slightest idea who Warren Buffett was, man. My homeboy Alamo again, the one who cut hair, he had won this contest. You probably too young to remember. It was this thing called a pet rock. And these dum dums in California was buying these rocks, dog. This dude put some eyes and a mouth on it, and he put it in a box, and he called it the pet rock. And he made millions of dollars. And so rap was just coming in, right? And he won the rap contest. So one of the officials was Warren Buffett's son, Peter Buffett. And so we was messing with him. We didn't know who he was, man. Just this white dude, just he was cool with us. We was cool with him. He's like, hey man, I like y'all, man. Why don't you come over to the house, man? Me and my dad be over there recording. We was all right. So he lived in San Francisco in the Diamond District, right? So I was like, damn, bro, what kind of money you got? You live in the Diamond District, you know? So we get over there. I was like, dang, this your house, Playboy? He was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So we go downstairs. Warren Buffett's sitting behind the board. You know, he was a little older, and we was messing with him, clowning him, you know. And he told me that he said, Rico, you're gonna be very successful, man. He said, the things that you talk about are things that my friends and I talk about, and you don't even know what it is that you be saying. So he said, with that alone, I know that you're gonna be successful. With two things I want you to get into. I already know you're gonna make it in the music industry. Two things is insurance and real estate. And I did all. And I made a insurance, real estate, no, and learn about investment, stocks and everything. And I did. And I made a killing, man. You know. When the housing boom went bananas in Los Angeles, I think I sold my house close to $1 million. Came to Baton Rouge where $1 million was almost like $7 million, and I've been kicking it ever since, man. So again, thank God for Master P. You know.
Yeah, big shout out to Warren Buffett for dropping that gem on you, man. And you still doing your thing in the music. That's what's up, man.
Thank you, man. Indeed, man. Indeed.
So
And,
I want to thank everybody for tuning in, man. It's been a great episode, man. I'm gonna go back and check out some of the old cuts and some of the new cuts. Let them know one more time what check out the new music. I said, let them know one more time where they could check out the new music at.
Go right to YouTube and check out Heat, HEAT 3000, Sons of Funk. I'm telling you, you ain't gonna be right after you hear it. You be like, now this is where R&B is going. And we banging them, dog. We got shows coming. I think we're gonna be in New York in October. We in Mississippi in a couple of weeks. August 27th. We was just in Miami, and more shows are flooding in, and it's getting bigger and better. I'm also acting, man. I've been on a lot of TV shows. I was just on Queen Sugar. I'm in this new movie called Collide, Divine Intervention. So it's really about time travel, right? But it starts in 1836, and it's the guy in my group, Troy. He's like as a slave, right? And he's about to be sold, and then this young lady was in the store, and this slave master was sexually harassing her. So she pushed him down. He runs off the auction block, and they run. And what is about to happen is called Mata, and it's like a African spiritual time travel, right? and they collide into each other, and this big blue light happens, and they end up in 2022 on Southern football field. And so that's when I come in, and I'm Cliff Jack, the security guard, and it's kind of funny after then. But it takes you on a journey, man, about life and equality amongst all of us. You know what I mean? Um, and then
Yes,
also I just did another movie with Forrest Whitaker, the what is it, the biopic of George Foreman. So I've been doing a lot of good. I just did the Burial with Jamie Foxx. I've been doing a lot of stuff, man.
wow, wow,
Oh,
man. That's,
one more thing, one more break. Well, I did a movie. I just did this one too. It's called the what is it called? Kidnap with my homeboy Glenn Plummer. Y'all remember OG Bobby Johnson? He from Richmond, California too. So it was like a reunion, man, family reunion, seeing my own homeboy, you know. And he was like, "Who would have thought two boys from Richmond doing what we doing now?" Now, I was like, you know, we had dreams, bruh, but we kept after them, you know. Indeed.
man, that's dope. You truly are an inspiration, man. So I always want to thank everybody for tuning in. It's been a phenomenal episode. So until next time, family, peace. All
Peace.
right, peace.